Hi, next up we've got a telephone, Swedish Norwegian origins. This is Telegrafverket. Rather an interesting little item. This was brought out in 1953, and what has got one or two interesting bits. One of them is the actual receiver. The receiver is what's known as an electrodynamic receiver, which looks very, very similar to a small loudspeaker, which I understand was the first time they used this type of receiver in a telephone, and it's supposed to improve the actual quality of the sound. Now, I don't know this because this is the first time I've really looked at this phone in detail. I don't know where I got it from, once again, possibly off of eBay, but it was quite a good phone. Now, also, it's got a means, if I can fold that down, you've got the top there, for the receiver to either go that way round or to stand in like a normal desk phone, which would be in this way round. So it can be used as a desk phone and or as a wall mounted phone. The dial can be swapped round. Before we look at the insides, this shows you the dial, which is in reverse. 9 would give just one pulse, obviously, the 0 being the same. But this was a common thing in Sweden, Norwegian phones. Quite usable. Let's open her up and have a little look. I will say this is the first time I've ever opened this not knowing how to. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I didn't know how to open it. So I had a little bit of poking about. There is 2 little clips on this hanging part. Remember, it can be as a wall phone, so there's got to be easy access once the chassis is screwed or fixed to the wall. And it's got a little release clips there. But having released that, I thought, well, how the hell do you get the other end done? And what it is a catch. Like everything's a catch. There's your number indicator and plate, and underneath it is a screw, which who knows that was ever there. It was just by looking through the back and I could see a little screwway in there. So I thought, right, let's remove the card. And there we are. That's exposed the actual little screw. So now I can get inside. And it's quite a nice inside. Let me first show you the dial. It's an Ericsson type dial. It's got like a trigger arrangement on it. Well made once again. And the middle piece here, if I can point to it, this part there is sprung. You can gently lift that and it frees the dial. So you can turn the dial round so that it is suitable for wall mounting. You've got another little space for the finger stop, and you just turn it around to that area. Now if I dial, let me see, dial 9, it pulses 1, so it's the dial is perfectly usable, but remember the numbers are not what they say. Nicely covered up. This whole job is well made actually. Unfortunately no diagram, can't see a diagram, there's not a diagram tucked under the works anywhere. Sometimes they stick a little diagram under the bell coils or under the induction coil, but the only thing on this one is a bit of dust which I've just removed. So no, it's not there. I needed to adjust one of the bells so it tinkled nicely, but that's normal. Also you've got a nice adjustment of the cradle adjusting. That is very well made, I thought. Good clean contacts in a plastic casing. When you think this from the 1953s, it's not in bad condition. Whether this one's 53, I don't know, it's when they came out. There is a number and stuff on there. I can show, no, it's upside down, I apologise. I don't know if that gives a clue to any dates. Surprisingly, nothing stated on the base there. The capacitor is a little bit, it's okay. Probably just needs to be screwed to tighten up. Never ever seen coil coverings in blue, which is quite attractive, I thought. The bell has a biasing spring. The terminals are all nicely laid out. I got to try and find the diagram for this because unfortunately there was no lead with it to connect it up, so I'm going to have a little look and see if I can find the diagram. Anyhow, that's the phone. Let me show you at the back. See if we can glean anything. Sorry, I had to sort of fiddle it over, so you can bear with me. Doesn't always follow the right way around. There's the name Telegrafverket. Some numbers there. Could be the model number. I've seen another one of these which had been for sale. Slightly different, and it didn't have this piece here, but the rest of it was identical except the colour. This one's ivory white, and the one that they were showing on the which I saw online was black, but everything else was identical. So once again, thanks for watching. The transmitter, by the way, is the standard, I say the standard European one. I looked at the one in here. It's made in Belgium. I think it just happens that it fits. Nice, well-made phone. Universal, wall mounting, or mounting for a desk. I'm just looking at that thing again. Show you a picture more of that little sticker there. If it helps anyone, I hope it does. But once again, I'm sorry there's no diagrams with this, but I will have a little look and see if a diagram appears on the web. I think it must do. This looks quite a distinct phone. So that is the Telegrafverket 1953, well, that was when it was produced, model. And as I say, I've learnt a bit today. It's only to take the back off, or the bottom off. You should really realise that there was must be a little bit different, because it's a mounting for, it can be a mounting for a wall. I'm assuming that all the ones we see are like desk phones. In this case, this isn't. And this is possibly why there was no lead with it. This would have been wired up had it been used on a wall. So it may have never been used. Anyhow, once again, thanks for watching. And I will pop this on good old YouTube. And yeah, thanks again. Thank you.